court heard repeatedly the name Roy Lee Pate regarding how this feud got started. It's in the grand jury testimony, and Louisville PD even asked the defendant, does this feud have anything to do with Roy Lee Pate? And he said, I think so. Now, the shooting and the death of Roy Lee Pate will not be admitted as 404B evidence against the defendant that he committed it. It's merely going to be suggested as the starting point between the feud between the parties. And we know that it has something to do with this feud because hours after his death, the defendant is shot while driving home multiple times. Louisville PD tells him the next day that the vehicle that pulled alongside of him belongs to the decedent's head of security. 2 months later, more Sprinter vans shot up. Now, both of these shootings are not extraneous offenses committed by the defendant. They are not other bad acts committed by the defendant. They are not 404B evidence. Rather, they are contextual, pre-existing events that led and explain why the offense occurred. They go to motive, Your Honor. Because 2 months after Moore is shot, or his Sprinter van is shot up, the decedent releases his song 219. And in that song, he makes certain declarations that he is responsible for both shootings. Now, these declarations, these statements against interest, leave no doubt in the defendant's mind who's responsible for the attempt on his life or the attempt on Moore's life. It is the state's theory, Your Honor, that the defendant and co-conspirator Moore conspired to finance the murder in retaliation for the attempts on their life. The state's case is further supported by the subsequent events that occurred afterwards. We heard from Detective Barnes concerning the Unruly Citizens concert. There, Detective Barnes and his partner felt they needed to step in because the violence had escalated to the point that it would be dangerous for the general public. Again, the event in itself is not 404B evidence, but what we do get is the defendant's admissions after the event, right? And the court got to see his social media post right afterwards. That goes directly to motive, and it is further evidence of ill will between the parties because he says it in, if you recall, everything is not sweet on this end regarding his relationship to the decedent. Right after the concert, Your Honor, we have the V-Lab interview, where we get to see the defendant or hear him attempt to say that he doesn't know who the decedent is, right?